Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news Chinese floods are distorting many markets. But first, there was a report released overnight of a review of how the IMF dealt with the 2010-2011 bailouts of Ireland, Greece and Portugal. The reviewers rebuked the fund for being overly optimistic in its assessments of how these countries would recover. And it says the way the fund handled the issues of transparency and accountability during the crisis raises issues. But it did acknowledge the very tough pressures the policymakers were under at the time. And given the recovery in Ireland, which seems to be pretty exceptional, the critique there seems slightly off the mark. A new survey in China claims that there are now only 7.5% of SOEs that can be called zombie companies, and that is down from 30% 5 years ago. And staying in China, food prices there may be about to take off higher as rampant floods take their toll on the rural sector. Pork prices may be the first to show hikes. These same floods are disrupting iron ore supplies, and there seems to be a bit of a scramble for supplies. Iron ore prices are finding strong support as Chinese steel plants hit record rates of production in the past week. Some analysts say the trend may last as long as a full year. All this boosts the Aussie mining industry, of course. In Britain, gloom is descending over their economy as the optimism that there will be little post-Brexit fallout fades. In New York, US Treasury 10-year yields are lower yet again at 1.51% today in late trading. Equities, which started the day lower on a poor profit report from Ford, are now back in positive territory. Also positive is the strength of CDS spreads for New Zealand's sovereign debt. They have fallen to under 29 basis points, levels we have not benefited from since the last GFC. And the US benchmark oil price keeps on slipping, today by less than $1, but it is now just on $41 a barrel, and the Brent benchmark is just under $43 a barrel. But the gold price is slightly higher yet again, up to $1,332 an ounce. And the New Zealand dollar will start today a little higher from this time yesterday. It's now just on 70.7 US cents, 94.2 Aussie cents, and at 63.8 euro cents. The TWI is now at 74.6. I'm David Chaston, and that was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.